Now that I've already seen multiple episodes of Black Clover, I think it's the perfect time to make a video featuring its art style. And for our very first Black Clover video, how about we turn the Straw Hat Pirates as Magic Knight captains with their original squad of their own? What do you think the squads of this set of characters in the Clover Kingdom might be? Let's all find out in today's episode. So strap in, let's grab our pencil, and let's draw, even if we are. And here we are. We're finally doing the Black Clover art style. If you've been wondering why it took me a long time to do this art style or any video related to the Black Clover anime, it's because I still did not watch the show and I honestly know nothing about it. Because Black Clover is very popular, I might ruin the characters of the anime if I happen to make a video about it. So I feel I had to watch it first and study and familiarize not just the art style but its lore as well. This video might not be perfect, but at least I was able to get the idea. If you happen not to know, especially for those who are not a fan of One Piece, every Straw Hat member basically are assigned to have their own animal counterparts, including their own color codes. If you are familiar with it, then I could say you already know what will be each of these characters' squads. For Usopp, since he's one of the inventors of the group aside from Frankie, I imagined him to look or have the feel of a steampunk character. To do this, I created a steampunk style hat with glasses and for his iconic eye goggles. I was also torn between him having a plant magic and a compass magic. As far as I know, humans in this world should have only one magic attribute, unless if that character is a human hybrid or have an inherited magic. But at the end, I chose the plant magic as his attribute since I think it would be cool to see him utilize his plants to lock on targets, giving him the natural sniping ability. And for his squad, since Usopp's color code is yellow, I think it would be better to choose another word for yellow. How about canary? Yep, canary would be nice. And I present to you Captain Usopp of the Canary Chameleon. I might say, the Black Clover art style is probably one of the hardest and the most detailed art styles I came across in this channel, at least when it comes to designing Magic Knight captains. I describe this art style to have the combination of the smooth outlines of Naruto and the intricateness of the My Hero Academia. Although I did my very best to stay true to its style, I feel that I might have overdid the details and designs of the characters. It would likely take a couple more videos in this art style for me to adjust and get the hang of it, but considering how I was able to, I think, manage to capture the vibe and feel of Black Clover in this video, it will probably be easier in the next videos, just like our any other art styles. As for Nami, I only based her design to her original iconic attire, including her color schemes. I gave her a braided hair on the side like Charlotte Rosalie, and actually, I'm really glad I did as Nami really looked nice with this hair design. I also chose lighting magic as Nami's magic attribute since I am quite certain that it's her predominant technique and fighting style. According to the One Piece author Eiichiro Oda, Nami's assigned color and animal counterpart is orange and cat respectively, so there's no denying that her squad should be named Orange Cat. But as a fellow One Piece fan myself, we all know that the tangerine fruit is always linked with Nami on the show, and since tangerine is also a color, we can all agree that it's unacceptable if we don't use it for the name of our squad. And here it is, the captain of the Tangerine Cat, Nami. As far as I know, there are actually no animals that talks and acts as humans like Kumamura in Bleach in Black Clover. Well, except Nero, you know, that little bird. Anyways, I also have to take it into consideration so I am certain that if Chopper will be in this universe, he will undoubtedly look human, or shall we say a deer spirit human hybrid. I am not entirely sure if this idea exists in the Black Clover universe, but I just leave it to your imagination and let me know in the comment section down below on what you think. If you are one of my patrons in Patreon, you might have seen my initial sketch of Chopper for this video. Although he looks like a teen on that sketch, I happened to change my mind while finalizing his design here, and made him a little kid to fit with his character's behavior wherein he acts like a child. Even though Chopper is actually 17 years old, I take inspiration of her childlike appearance from Charmy Puppetson, who looks like a toddler but is really a 19-year-old woman. We could also say that it's really not his real appearance, just like Charmy, and only used magic to make himself look younger than what he was supposed to be. For Chopper's design, I included lots of fur in his attire and a hat with cute fake horns as a reference to his reindeer roots. I also did not show him carrying his grimoire here, as I wanted him to still carry a backpack in which he keeps it inside. To add the cherry on top, I made him eat a yummy cotton candy in which I think is his favorite snack. The Black Clover universe do have a so-called beast magic, so I think it's a very fitting magic attribute for him as well. Chopper's assigned color is pink, but I wanted a more unique color name, so I will be using the color name Rouge instead. And I introduce to you the captain of the Rouge reindeer, Tony Chopper. For Frankie, I have yet to see a human being merge with a machine in this universe, so I might say Frankie will just be a pure human. Or to say the least, look much more human without visible mechanical parts. He may have machinery embedded inside of him since he's also an inventor, but let's just leave it as a mystery for now. But what I wanted him to look is, since he's a robot, I imagined him to resemble a man full of armor. One piece of some over-the-top characters designs that some of them do look silly at times, and Frankie is just one of them. He has these funny 3 chins, so to fit him into this world and as well as retain his distinctive appearance is kinda tricky. But I do think I made the best decision here by giving him an armored chin. I also like to reference Frankie's round shoulders, so I also gave him a plate armor on his left shoulder. Of course, since Frankie always gets associated with iron, I'm actually pretty sure he uses iron magic in this universe. And according to the author Eiichiro Oda, Frankie's specific color is light blue and his animal counterparts are either a bull or a rhinoceros. I'll be choosing the rhino here since the black bulls already existed in the Black Clover universe. For his color, as usual, we hate using normal color names here, so I'll go with a very cool color name here, Arctic. I think this is probably by far my favorite design for this set of characters. And here we go, the Iron Knight, the captain of the Arctic Rhino, Frankie. I did not change much of Brooke's design here and only added and improved some details to make him look the part of a Magic Knight captain. Obviously, I have to make him human rather than a skeleton to fit in this universe. As Brooke wears a gentleman attire, it doesn't took me too long to figure out his final design. Since Brooke has so many abilities other than his Devil Fruit, I can't help but to give him 2 magic attributes, which is the Soul Magic and the Sound Magic. Although an Ice Magic is also a very fitting choice, there are actually no Magic Knights that have more than 2 magic attributes. We could also agree that his Sound and Soul abilities are the 2 of his predominant powers in combat. But if you think otherwise, feel free to drop a comment below. Because we gave Brooke 2 magic attributes, it's very evident that he's not entirely human, but also a half spirit and a half human, just like Chopper. If you happen to be confused as to why I had to make the effort in making their own squads rather than using the existing Magic Knight squads, it's because I wanted to utilize each of the Straw Hats members' specific colors and animal counterparts. Also, it was so much fun creating new robes and logos even though these took me forever to create. Anyways, unlike the other Straw Hat members, Brook have two colors, which is black and white, so I merged them and call it gray. For his animal, the author mentioned him to be either a giraffe or a horse, and I think the horse is much more appropriate from the two. And that's it, the captain of the gray horse, Brook. I might be losing my touch, but I think this is one of the most challenging video I've done in a long time. Thank you so much for sticking around. If you want to see the second part of this video a week early, where I draw the rest of the Straw Hat members, check out the link in the description below. Special thank you to my patrons in Patreon. This video will not be possible without your support. To see more of my content and to show your support to the channel, you might want to consider becoming a member in Patreon. For as little as $2 a month, you can now vote for our upcoming video topics with our monthly polls. We also have some amazing perks such as access to my full resolution drawings, early access to my future videos, coloring pages, digital drawings. You'll also have a chance to request your own character and get featured in my videos. You can also read my silly weekly dump comics consisting of your favorite anime characters for you to enjoy, and so much more. Another way to support the channel is to purchase some of my art prints in the in-print store. This includes some of my traditional drawings as well as the digital versions of my artworks. This is the That's So Good artist, and remember, art is beautiful, life is wonderful.